Last time on
hate
Grey's
it when I
Anatomy.
have identified fluid all over me.
Oh, this has been a rousing success. Now,
Anyway.
the mind reader will allow you to basically exploit this game. If I stayed here long enough, I would pretty much be able to get myself to 999 health, 999 vitality.
Yeah, you've,
Hmm?
oh, wait, I'm reading.
What do you...
Take it,
I'm
bitch!
confused.
I was reading the text, never mind.
When you're confused, you will walk around in random directions.
Yep. As I was
So,
saying before, but I interrupted myself with my own laughter, I hate it when I have unidentified fluid all over me.
the way to exploit the mind reader is that whenever you give her an item, it can be really, literally anything that you can throw. She will throw out random bones and discs, but there is
Yes.
a special kind of disc that will increase your max health and max vitality.
How do you
And
feel about being boned by the mind reader?
it's, I'm a little concerned, because her mutation is not apparent. With other people in this game, you can tell, okay, they're crazily mutated in this one way. But with her,
You
she's
like
just
to know.
gigantic dress, and I am scared what it's hiding.
Her mutation is her,
Mutation is going to be
extra...
that she has some kind of like gigantic spider body underneath. Like the,
I was gonna say she just has really, really, really good birthing hips.
oh, she can't block my shots. She can't take bullets for me.
Maybe that's her mutation. There's really nothing there.
There we go. HP vitality, if you notice that. On one side, like the head side, if you step on it, then it will raise your max health by 5.
Yeah.
Step on the tail side, it will raise your max vitality by 5.
Do you think pierogies would taste good with ketchup?
No.
I still don't know
I mean,
what pierogies are. Pierogi, is that it? Or is it
pierogies, you don't... P-E-R-O-G-I-E-S. And there are variants of that depending on what country/language of origin type thing you want to go for. It's basically like a dumpling. It's
Where did it
dumpling.
come from? I mean, not his physical one. I know it came from
Poland?
the oven, but I mean, where
came
does
from the
the
store.
item originate?
Poland, I think.
I believe it's some. I could
Poland?
be very wrong in this one. I know Poland. I don't know. I'm scared to say. Someone's gonna bash me for it. Ukraine.
Bash, we don't have any commenters ever.
Well, you'll bash me. That's good enough.
Torturer.
Yeah, Poland, Ukraine.
I don't know if I've explained this, but when you want everything around you to die, you use a torturer.
Russia. I don't know.
And there are a whole bunch of different kinds of torturers. Like I just used a thunder torturer, and it shocks everything around with lightning. Pretty much, there's not much difference between a lot of them. It's just kill everything with a shit ton of damage of a specific element.
Yes.
But there are special ones. Like there is a vampire torturer which sucks
are-
health from everything around. What?
I said, but machines are weak to what? Thunder, lightning, electricity.
Yeah. There's also fire and ice, but I forget which things are weak to which. I think large enemies are weak to ice or something. And humanoid ones are weak to fire. I might have it backwards.
I was gonna say your goal should be to eat some pierogies this week.
Dude, you could get them at the grocery store.
You can purchase them.
I had Nutella for the first time a little while ago, and it,
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it lives up to the hype, but it is pretty good.
It's...
People talk about it like it's the cum of the gods, but
It is.
Come on, go God.
I don't know. I sort of said that too soon. I don't really know if I agree with that, but the general sentiment of that, I suppose, I can say yes. Whoa.
oh yeah, these guys, their tarot card is the Fool. They wear that big top hat and they just do crazy things to you. That, oh, I'm almost dead. Those
No,
frog
don't-
shoulders. Invincibility bone, I'm good. Made myself invincible. You know they've got those big frog shoulders that will burp out orange goo at you?
Yeah.
That will deteriorate the stuff that you're wearing. It will deteriorate either your wings or your weapon or your coat. But I'm still not wearing a coat because I have been very unlucky. But
You
I'm
just
wearing
had really crappy coats before.
yeah. One thing about this game is that you really have to get used to the idea of impermanence, because the whole point of it is to go through the tower multiple times over and over, and discovering more things each time, figuring out more of the story, and the tower gets deeper and deeper.
A very
Yeah, but
Buddhist
every
game.
time you get through the tower, you pretty much lose 90% of your items. You lose
It's like
everything
this
that
game-
you didn't throw in a consciousness orb.
It's
This
like
game
this
has like the
game is,
worst formula ever.
No, the
Gaming.
worst formula ever was Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter.
Oh, that's true.
The point of the game is to die over and over, and you keep nothing. You just unlock more cutscenes.
I was going to say that this game seems very encouraging when you enter a room and you just ate invincibility,
Yeah.
and you enter a floor just like, you are invincible. Go for it.
No, that's because of my invincibility brand that I branded myself with.
Yes, I said that.
No, I mean, it's not from the invincibility bone I just ate.
Oh, well,
I'm almost dead.
sorry, mistake. But you know what I meant.
Desperate times are calling for desperate measures here. Angelic rifle time.
Oh no.
So, did you,
You know
hear
that
that
they-
Iran and Israel are going at it?
What else is new?
What?
There's a possibility for war.
I think that's been the case in recent history. I'm gonna cook that food. I'm gonna demonstrate that once stuff is rotten, you can... crystal sword. I'm dumb.
What?
The crystal sword is a pretty rare thing, and it's incredibly useful. But I've already put 5 things into consciousness orbs. Or I have 5 things that I planned to put into consciousness orbs, so there's no room to take this with me. I sort of talked about it earlier, about every living thing having an Idiosephra in it,
Yes.
which is this round pearl-like object that just physically exists inside them somewhere.
And I was mad at you because that's all like spoilers.
It's not really a spoiler, I don't think.
I count
Oh,
everything
blank,
as a
blank, blank, blank. I forgot to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Titus.
Titus.
It's Titus.
Tie-dye.
tie deuce.
Mm.
Tidus. Is that like taking tide and like taking a deuce and then putting title of the deuce?
It's
No,
got something to
it's
do with that.
tie. It's not tide. It's tie deuce.
It's Titus.
Anyway. Oh great, I forgot what I was gonna say now. That's alright.
I was talking about the torturers earlier and how there are some wacky ones. And there are also
Oh,
some
yeah.
things that look incredibly useless at first glance and are only useful for a couple of things. Oh, that guy dropped a food disc. If you have it on heads, I think it turns a random item of yours into food when you step on it. But if you have it on tails, it turns your food into random items. So it's kind of dangerous to step on those because it could randomly turn your good equipment into just steak or something.
I appreciate a good steak.
I do like steak too.
Yeah.
What? Why did my torturer not work? Everyone die. What? He lived.
Die now. Oh no, he's dead.
That's how you deport torturers. You just press a button on them and say, everyone die. Kill everyone around you. But anyway, some useless items. I got a boner. Damn it. Well, this is a status effect known as lust, and when you're in lust, you cannot tell one thing from another. You can't tell items from enemies, from yourself, from anything. But if you are observant, you can tell what things are, like by whether or not they're floating, and by their shadow, the shape of their shadow.
Can you bite them?
You can bite bones.
Never mind.
One of the bones in this game is the earplug bone, and I could not figure out what it was for. Oh, these guys are useful. They drop an unbrand. So if you have brands, you can get rid of your brands you don't like. But then,
Yeah, we talked about that.
yeah, I talked about it, but we hadn't actually gotten an unbrand yet. Wow, I
Stupid that you can unbrand yourself. If you brand yourself, you should have to deal with that.
If you brand your items and equipment and stuff, you can take the brand off of it. And the reason that unbrands are useful... Oh, hey, dude.
What are you getting all hot and bothered about in a place like this? What are you, a pervert?
You're just going to call me a pervert because I walked into this room with a boner after fighting monsters.
I heard that sheet tags are weak against
Yeah, I heard that too when I said it earlier.
all hot and bothered about in a place like this.
People have special
Yes.
responses depending on what kind of status effects you have. Anyway, the earplug bone stops you from hearing things.
Yes, that
And-
seems... Yep.
It's pretty useless.
Are
But
you sure it's useless?
I can think of one use for it. There is... I mean, those are semi-rare, but there's also a semi-rare thing. It's a kind of torturer known as a cat torturer.
Are there sirens in the game?
Are you hearing me? Cat torturer?
I'm hearing you, yes.
Well,
Cat torture, okay.
when you deport a cat torturer, it makes it so that on the entire floor, every time you touch a wall, a cat meows.
Yes! My favorite.
And that's the only use I can think of for an earplug bone, because it stops the cats meowing. If you happen to have used a cat torturer, which is useless,
So,
only does that.
in some respects, it's the cat's meow.
Mm.
Ha 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 ha! I'm so hilarious.
Good one, Sir Omni, good one.
This is really cool because
My name is Omni. Hee hee.
Oh dear.
the enemies' powers affect each other, like their area effects affect each other. So
Yeah.
all these things are in lust right now. They've all lustified each other.
Lustified.
Yeah. So they're all just coming after.
Oh, so it's like a Greek orgy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
There is one. I'm gonna kill everything with a torture. Ooh,
Someone's going to do some terrible things to this video.
I used a no name, and no name will mimic any other random torturer.
All that flesh.
So it mimicked a rotten torturer, which turns all the enemies around into rotten food. Hmm.
That is a spoiler.
It just happened.
No,
Was it a spoiler?
because you're turning it on.
Ah. Well, there
My
it-
jokes go unappreciated.
I didn't even get it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Whatever. Wasted. Fine.
the enemies' attacks can hurt each other, like the area effects affect each other. There's one enemy that. Oh, hey, dude. Wallface. Wallface is a
Yay.
cool guy. Wall babyface.
Adorable.
There is a certain enemy that will suck out health and vitality. He'll just suck it right out of you. But if you manage to get that enemy into lust mode, it will follow you around and give you health and vitality.
No comment.
What? Ooh.
The obvious. Come on, the obvious.
You notice the description of my crystal sword, which is that it can be fused when with any crystal. Any crystal just dropped from this enemy. And I can fuse that with the tower enemy and make the tower sword.
We'll fancy that.
So
Alright,
what
these
this
swords
basically
that aren't
means-
swords but are items that you can
Yeah.
swing.
check this out.
Eh.
What this basically means is since every enemy has a chance of dropping its Idea Sephra, and the crystal sword can fuse with any Idea Sephra, you could get a sword based off of any enemy.
Yes.
This is a sword based off these wall guys.
Yes.
And I think that is really awesome. And each one has a special effect somewhere. I think this one's effect is shock. Yeah. It will just randomly knock them back really far. No, he just... No.
This is reminding me of a bunch of different characters and stuff, and it's just disturbing me right now.
Stop dying. Okay, invincibility. This is the reason it's good to keep around invincible bones.
So you can be invincible.
Yeah. Oh, fake wall. See? These fake walls are much harder to tell than the others. Sir Omni's still around.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Thought you were playing your war vidges.
My what?
You're playing your vidya games, your vidges.
That's
My
like
video
something
game.
completely different.
What do you think it sounded like?
Nothing.
There was a guy in one of my classes, I think the transportation class with that supply chain stuff. And his last name is... Well, the teacher was calling it out, trying to figure out where the kid was, saying Vijin? Vajin? Vijin? Someone in the audience said, it's pronounced vagina, and everyone started laughing.
Aww. That
I
could
love
be
it.
Aw, poor sweetie pie.
I've only had one teacher do it, but I love it when they scale the grade based on attendance. Oh, can you guess what tarot card those guys are represented by?
I can't. You're saving.
Vagina.
Well, those guys are... It'll be really obvious when I tell you.
Well, your
What?
save thing. I can't see when your save
They're-
thing is up.
Okay, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna leave it for you to figure out.
Alright.
There will be more.
Alright.
The guys shaped like coffins with the claw hands, they are death.
That, yeah.
And I think these people who put you into lust mode are lovers, but I'm not certain.
Ooh.
Oh no, wait, I got that mixed up. I know what the lovers are.
Do they look like lovers?
Yeah, it's actually shaped like two people mutated together. It chases you around.
Sweet. That might be my new favorite.
It's,
Every episode I have a new favorite.
it's pretty disgusting.
Ew.
I got a whole bunch of rotten meat from that no-name torturer, so I gotta cook
I
it all.
still do not get this whole burnt, rotten thing. You explained it to me, but it does not make sense to me.
Well, it's best to keep around a whole bunch of regular hearts and a whole bunch of regular flesh, and one burnt heart and one burnt piece of flesh. Because
That explains absolutely nothing.
a burnt heart will half your health, but will raise your vitality all the way to the top. And burnt flesh
Why?
will raise your health all the way to the top, but hurt your vitality very slightly.
It doesn't
So
seem
it's-
to make sense to me. Does that make sense to you?
It's best to eat a burnt heart, and then eat all your hearts, and then eat burnt flesh, and then eat all your flesh.
Eat all your hearts.
It's best to do everything in that order, having all of those things. That will increase your maximum.
Heart out. No, but I mean, like, does that make sense to you? Just, like, why?
Cooking food
I would
makes
have
it
that
not
effect.
bad anymore.
Well, I was talking more about the effects that the different things have, but
Oh.
yeah, that too. Because I don't.
You'd
I
think
thought
it
you
would
would-
differentiate between heart and flesh. Is that what you're saying?
Right. No, I was just saying why health. Like, why the difference in health and vitality? Like, why does something that's burnt?
It helps one but hurts the other.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if that makes sense to you.
Well, burnt is... It has its uses, but it's
Carcinogenic?
not quite as useful as regular.
Alright, never mind.
Situational.
Never mind. I meant practically, like, actual, real world, if something was burnt. Does that make sense to you that...
No, I've
Could get
abandoned all
something
hope
from
of
it.
real-world logic here. You notice those red guys jumping around on their tails that were stealing stuff from me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Well, their tarot card is the devil.
Yes.
See what I'm doing
Derp.
here? Is I ate a burnt heart, now I eat all my regular hearts.
Yes.
And now I eat burnt flesh and raise my health back to the top without hurting my vitality much.
Yes.
That makes you sound like a cannibal, you know. Flesh!
Yeah.
Hearts and flesh are all you eat.
Yeah.
Well, you can bite bones, I guess. It's never really described whether he's eating them. I think in the manga it's just you bite them and you throw them at people.
But you're only biting to identify, right?
Yeah.
So
You bite it
I don't
to...
think you would actually
yeah,
ingest them.
I guess. You notice these guys have an indefinite box. It's something that they drop. It's a common drop of theirs. I miss...
Not noticed that, but okay.
Well, the indefinite box will half your health, but it contains a random sword.
Ah.
But the thing is, since everything that would apply to you also applies to enemies, you can just throw the indefinite box at any enemy and it'll half their health.
That's cool.
I'm saying you gotta keep in mind stuff that looks like, oh, it's got this negative effect. Chances are you can just throw it and it'll have that effect on the bad guys.
Yeah.
I finally got a coat, I'm not gonna be cold anymore.
Yay!
Oh, and I got
And you
arrows.
just became 10 times cooler. It's a fact.
Marrow is a pretty cool thing because it will... I think it adds to the number of bones for all the bones that you're carrying. So if I
Need to
used it
donate.
right now and I had 5 invincible bones, I would have more than 5 after I used it. Oh yeah, I was saying those devil guys that steal your items and run away.
Yes.
If you manage to get one of their IDSFras and fuse it with the crystal sword, your sword gets the ability to steal items, I think. It's something like that. I forget what it is. Or it has something to do with item drops.
That's useful.
I may have gotten that mixed up.
You get everything mixed up.
Well, it's been a long time since I played this.
It's been a long time since I've been on a Let's Play because somebody didn't
My
want to
sin
tell
is
me about
recorded in
Echo.
this consciousness orb, but I do not have the courage to confess it. I am a coward.
No, and
Somebody's hurt me.
It's death.
Damn it, death. I just
Damn
threw
it, Death, you were such a party pooper.
And in this room is a mysterious fluid, the cultivating fluid.
Yep.
Hey, is that the fluid that you wake up with, Annika?
What?
Nothing.
Wait, what? I totally missed what you said there, sorry.
Is that the fluid you always wake up with?
Cultivating fluid?
Yes.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know?
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
You notice the effect of cultivating fluid when I was highlighting it?
Yeah, sort of. I read the description, but don't really.
Well, it has no effect when you use it. If you use it on an enemy, it will make 2 of that enemy. It will multiply the enemies.
It will cultivate.
Yes, so I'm going to throw that back into town so that when I die, the clone of me that comes to take my place will be able to talk about it.
Wait, what?
You'll see. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this game. There are a few things that I understand, but not all.
I understand.
Notice when we have the save screen, it says bag 5 out of 5.
Yes.
Oh yeah, these guys that are hanging from the ceiling. Yes. They're the hanged man.
I can't. Wait,
You can't see guys hanging from the ceiling right now?
No, I do. I was trying to see, like, I was trying to figure out what I was seeing.
It's a guy hanging upside down,
Yeah.
except his
Okay,
head
thank you.
is... Oh... They have 2 different health bars. They have health for when they're hanging and then health for when they're on the ground. So even if you do 80 jillion damage to them when they're hanging, they'll just fall down and have their full
Well,
ground health
obviously,
again.
they're not a hanging man if they're not hanging.
What was I talking about?
You mentioned bags and wrapping your mind around this game, and
Yeah. The logic behind the... I just used a summon torture. That brings all the enemies in this level to me.
oh dear.
The logic behind consciousness orbs is when you throw them and transfer stuff back out into the town, the collector will pick up those items and store them. But the bag on his head is only so big, so you can only keep so many items.
Yeah, I remember you talked about that. Somewhere earlier before.
These guys actually look like the tarot card, kind of. The guy hanging from one leg and has the other leg sort of in that force with the right angle.
Yeah. Did you say at a right angle?
Well, his thigh to his other leg is at a right angle.
Alright.
And when they fall, they will do terrible status effects to you. I think they pretty much have a 100% chance of poisoning you when you fall. But I have these special wings that prevent poison.
Hooray for wings!
But I'm going to take these wings off and replace them with better ones once I get them. So
You're going to clip your wings?
these guys have nothing on an enemy that comes up later on. Because there's one that confuses you, blinds you, and makes you lethargic when you happen to get on its bad side, which is roughly 99% of the time.
Temperamental.
I was playing through this game one time, and I got the Twisted Coat, which will defend against pretty much all status effects, except, I believe, Confusion and Stomachache. but they're other.
Oh no, the stomach aches.
Yeah,
Not stomach aches.
They're
But-
very unpleasant.
spoilers maybe if you're insightful.
No. Okay, I'm going to close my ears.
No, the twisted coat is the coat that is. It's white. It's the one that's worn by the Archangel. Hello.
Yeah, okay.
Tell Annika to. Okay,
I've closed my ears.
Annika,
You can't harm me. Oh my
being
god.
retarded. See,
You can't harm me
completely.
with your spoilers.
You totally deserve that from Grids for closing your ears.
I didn't actually close my ears. I just decided to not give you a reaction as if I had.
You're retarded. The twisted coat is the one
Yes.
that's worn by the Archangel.
I heard you say that.
And pretty much the major thing, it defends against everything except confusion, basically. So that sort of hints at some things about the Archangel, doesn't it? Maybe.
No.
No? You don't think the Archangel might have been confused?
I like how you're trying to explain this. I just said, like, no. You don't think that maybe... Hint, hint.
I hate it when people are joking and I just keep explaining it anyway. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It works like this. Like, no, really, it's like this.
It's alright.
These guys are creepy.
You may or may not be as useful as Crab Legs' explanations of things.
Oh god. I miss crab legs.
We need
Too
to
bad
bring
he
him
got
back.
thrown
I
in
miss
the
him too.
We can resurrect
Well,
Crab Legs if you like.
you see, they took him into into Red Lobster, and he didn't survive.
No!
Oh!
Oh no! Alright, well, we can resurrect him, I think.
We'll be necromancers.
At the forum, we're
I
not
am
happy
indeed
about him.
What?
People at the forum
Actually,
are not happy about him.
people grew.
Yeah, they
he
grew
them.
happier. But even in this Baroque thread, people are like, somebody edited his post, and he's like, oh, well, this is creepy. Murderer.
Wait, what did he say originally?
Oh, he edited his post, and then he added, like, this is the truest edit to ever happen. Crab Legs is still terrible.
In the best ways.
I think so.
Actually, Crab Legs in this series has been okay. In other videos, he's been I don't really want to say it. I'll say less okay.
We need to get some of our long-lost people, like the person who gave Crab Legs that blowjob during the video, and Tyke.
Oh God.
We missed.
I don't know if she'll be coming back. It was
Ooh,
it was an experience.
in the form of a liquid. I inject this into myself, and it makes my sword stronger.
Who else did we have that came in?
We had Tiger.
Oh yeah, who never said anything because he was just a little bit confused.
Yeah, I didn't have my mic.
Okay,
working
I was
or
spoiling for this, apparently.
Yeah, see, look, that was. It would have been a greater moment if you hadn't said all that crap.
But we'd
something.
already
No, yeah,
gotten an idea Sephra and fused it with this sword, so...
Yeah.
This is what these bones are made of.
Yep.
Shut up, woman.
D's. Oh no!
I'm trying to get all of her voice samples, but people are killing me. And I keep attacking her, and it interrupts her and make her do the voice sample for when you attack her. Have I told you about sweat bones yet?
I believe you mentioned something about them, yes.
Well, sweat bones are a joke item, basically. They do. It's basically a bone that has no effect except leaving the menu. So you have to go back to the menu, eat it, go back to the menu,
Yeah.
eat it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Basically, the joke is that it makes you sweat because you're working hard doing this thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Ah, more sweat bones. But they do the thing that all other bones naturally do, which is, and everything you inject yourself with as well. It increases your health and vitality by 10. Not the max, just the current.
Yes.
I just identified fruit hearts. Oh yeah, true story. When I was getting this at GameStop for the very first time, the guy behind the counter asked me if it was pronounced barbecue.
It's a question we all asked of this game at one point or another.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Thanks. This girl makes me so sad.
What girl?
That girl. That
Oh,
chick.
she is not the one calling us murderers in creepy voices. This looks like a fake wall. I'm gonna sneak up
Yeah,
on
no, I know. Oh no, a stomachache.
If you eat it, you get a stomachache. That's the only effect.
Yeah, I know, but then you give things stomachaches. That's so sad.
If you
I
have
never
something
wish
that
that upon anyone.
protects you against stomach aches, then you can eat them like crazy.
Hmm.
Puny. Why am I getting such shitty coats? I want a twisted coat. Get out of here.
29 damage.
I know it hurts. I just want to find the portal and go down. Or
I
up.
know already. Just shut up. I get it. It hurts.
Creepy voices. I know. Obtain sword.
Best voices. Right. So, whoa. What's...
What, these guys bapping me in the face?
Yeah. Oh. There, that's a thing there.
The way to level up a crazy number of times in this game is to get a summon torturer, an experience bone, and any other kind of torturer or disc, basically.
Oh.
Because a summon torturer will bring all the enemies on the entire floor to your room. And then you can use one of those torturers that affects the entire room and just kill everything. And if you eat an experience bone before doing that, you'll get double EXP. So basically you get something to clear an entire floor for free and level up 5 times.
2 times the EXP.
Mm-hmm. Where is... what's his face? Sir Octopus.
I like to be
These wings are
under
better.
the sea. In an octopus's garden in the shade. You know that song is pretty much a metaphor for being in someone's vagina, right?
Oh my goodness.
What song?
The song he
Octopus's
was
Garden.
singing. Don't tell me you don't know that song.
I don't know the song. What is it?
Oh my god.
Wow, okay, Annika,
No.
musical time.
You don't
No,
have to
no,
sing.
No.
This
It's
is
alright.
unnecessary.
Of course it's unnecessary. None of this
There's
is necessary.
an easy way
What?
of
Why
demonstrating to cheat by those people. It's only on their left side. It's not on the right side. Ah, twin sword. If I had another space to send things back through with the consciousness orbs, I would keep that. A twin sword
Hey guys,
is...
where's Bombay?
Huh?
Where's Bombay?
I don't know. Anyway, the twin sword is the only weapon that you can equip 2 of.
We just like ignoring Sir Omni.
So the special thing about that is that you can have parasites on top of parasites, on top of brands, on top of one of your swords. If you have twin swords, you can have that, but on both. So you can double effects and be crazy awesome. There's also a twin box, and you can only open it if you have 2 twin boxes. I'm going this way because I get the feeling I left something on this floor, and I have not found it yet.
Why are you asking about Bombay, Sir Omni?
No reason.
Because he's playing his war games and he's sending people over to take over other places. It does work on the right side.
Okay, yeah, Victoria 2, House Divided, it came out recently, and I've been playing. Currently I'm playing as the German Empire,
Ooh.
and,
Whoa.
I've been taking a lot.
I just
I should
ended
probably be
myself
looking back at the
with
video.
stamina.
Yeah.
If you have stamina brand on yourself, as well as if you're wearing stamina wings, you can survive a really long time without eating anything.